Hello YouTube, and welcome to Turmoil in the Toybox. I'm your host Aaron Hauser, and today we're going to be reviewing the NECA Team Fortress 2 Series 1 set of figures. This includes the Pyro and the Demoman. Each of these figures come with several accessories, as well as a collector's card with a download code on the back for a free in-game item for Team Fortress 2. We'll start by looking at the detailing and articulation on the Demoman. He comes with a variety of accessories, including some interchangeable hands, and he also comes with the sticky bomb gun and the grenade launcher. And then he also has an individual hand with his little bottle of hooch, which he uses for melee damage in the game. Now, unfortunately for the review, I have to display him on the stand. One of the major points I had against this figure was both the Pyro and the Demoman. They have very, very nice articulation to them, but they are horrible at standing up. They just fall over very easily, so I'll take him off the stand for now just to show the articulation. The weapon fits nicely in his hand. You just kind of have to rotate it in there. It fits perfectly. Unfortunately, he can't really hold the weapon two-handed because of the flexibility range with his elbows. You can't really do much with that. As far as full body articulation, he has articulation in the toes, in the knees, rotates left and right, and then forwards and backwards, rotation at the hip, and then at the mid-thigh there, rotation at the waist, rotation at the wrists, elbows, shoulders, and then the head is supposed to be on a ball joint, but this feels like the paint sort of melted into place, and it actually won't rotate for me, so I'm kind of afraid that if I stress the joint too much, it'll snap it, so I won't go there. The little bottle of booze he has some real nice detailing on it. Has the XXX logo on there, and then it says 1808 on it. Nice year. And then he also has some really nice detailing on his shoulders there. Then I really love the paint app with the grenades on his chest and everything. So, really love the paint application on this guy, but there were also some slight issues I had as far as discoloring and paint chipping with the joint, specifically on the elbows. Now, this is the same issue that I've seen with the Predators, where the paint just sticks into place, and then when you try to do any sort of articulation with the joint, it just shreds the paint, and then you get this sort of clear, ugly plastic showing through. Now, on top of that, some of the red paint from the shoulder starts bleeding onto the lower white sleeve in the packaging, so you get this sort of pinkish blotching around different points of the elbow. Not a huge fan of that. The rest of him is fine, though. Now, like I said, he does have some problems standing up. If you had him with no weapons in his hand, he doesn't have that big of a problem standing up by himself, but if you try to get him balanced with this in a cool position where it's kind of out in front of him or anything like that, it's going to tip him over. More so, that seems to be an issue with the Pyro, seeing as how he has some weaker joint issues, which I'll get to in a moment. But overall, I really love this Demoman figure. This guy retailed for $30, got him off of Amazon.com. Free shipping. It was nice. I got him really quickly and in very good shape as well. So, give you kind of a 360 there. And then I'll kind of give you some close-ups of the weapons real quick here. They did a really nice job with the grenade launcher. Really good paint job as well. It feels pretty sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to break at all. The top sight portion is kind of rubbery, so you don't have to worry about that breaking as much. And then show you the sticky bomb launcher. Same praise to be had here. Really love the paint application and everything. really cool that they added that as a separate weapon with the figure, which was nice. And then give you kind of a look at the additional hands here. You have one to kind of grip the sticky bomb launcher in his other hand. You kind of have to work the hand on there to kind of grasp it properly. Or you could kind of use this one. This one kind of, it's a lot looser, but it works slightly, I guess. So, but yeah, that is it for the Demoman. Next up, we've got the maniacal man of mayhem himself, the Pyro. This is a very, very cool figure and is probably my favorite out of the two. Some serious articulation problems with this one, but beautifully designed, beautiful paint application, and the sculpt is just fantastic as well. As far as accessories, he comes with the axe, which he uses for melee attacks, and then he also comes with his Flamethrower. Now the Flamethrower, it feels pretty fragile, but it's pretty flexible in some portions. This little individual portion here is kind of flimsy, feels like that could snap off fairly easily. But like the tank portion and this back hose portion, they're slightly flexible, so you don't really have to worry about that snapping as much. But just be careful when you're pulling this one out of the package, just so you don't snap that off, because this is very, very fragile. So really nice detailing on the Flamethrower, as you can see. And then we'll take him off the display stand here. And once again, I have a lot of people ask me during reviews where I get these individual stands. I have a separate review that details the different kind of stands that are available for NECA 7-inch figures or 12-inch figures in general, depending on what you need them for. So yeah, definitely check out that review if you're looking for some good stands for your different figures. Now, same issue with the Demoman. Like I said, if you display him by himself with no weapons in his hand, or if you just did the axe, which weighs significantly less than the Flamethrower, he doesn't seem to have a problem falling over. But he has some very weak ankle joints that don't really support him all that well. And there's not a whole lot of flexibility in the hips, so you can't really brace him as well as I had hoped with this figure. So, segueing into articulation, he has flexibility in the toes, very loose joints in the ankles, rotation at the knees, flexibility at the kneecap there. Some very odd articulation with the hips. I know they were trying to kind of work with the rounded contour of his legs there, but it flexes forwards and backwards slightly and then rotates left and right like that. He also has rotation at the waist. It's like a sort of a mid-torso point, actually. I thought it had waist articulation, but it doesn't. It has a mid-torso joint there. Has rotation in the wrists. In the elbows, very, very limited in the elbows. He has these sort of the gloves that reach all the way up to his elbow joint, so you can there's only that much flexibility to him. So you really are limited with the amount of poses that you can do with this guy. Shoulder articulation, and then he also has his head on a joint this is not a ball joint, so be very careful with that. It rotates left and right, and then it also flexes up and down. So you can do a couple different left and right looks with them, but not a whole lot. Now, to hold the Flamethrower, you have to kind of articulate them like this, and then hold the Flamethrower in this hand, and then have him grasp the handle on this end. So you get something like that. Now, I was really hoping that you could do kind of the signature look with him, because he normally in the game, from what I remember anyways, he actually holds it in his right hand and then has the end of the Flamethrower in his left hand. So I really wanted to be able to try to do that, and you can kind of finagle it to hold it that way, but it doesn't work as well. And in my experience anyways, it seems like it just falls over easily. Now what would have been nice is if we could get a bit more range of motion out of the shoulders here, so that he could kind of reach up and hold the front of the flamethrower, but it just doesn't want to reach, so that kind of sucked. Now going into the paint application, I really thought they did a fantastic job on this guy. The colors are great, the way that they did the sort of fading down near like the boots and everything. The boots look great. They kept the perfect cartoony look of the Team Fortress 2 video game with this, and did a great job justifying the characters, or doing the characters justice, moreover. But yeah, just great paint applications on everything here, on the tank, and the mask looks great as well. Give you kind of a close-up there. But yeah, overall, this is a great figure. Some balance issues aside, and a very low range of flexibility altogether, but I really think this is a fantastic figure, especially for fans of Team Fortress 2. And this guy went for the exact same price, $30 on Amazon.com. You can find him through a bunch of other sellers now, but Amazon.com seemed to have a pretty decent price at the time, so I got him fast and delivered in good shape as well. But yeah, that's it for the Pyro. Altogether, this is a great set of figures and a really nice addition to NECA's Valve line. They are going to be releasing blue variants of these guys later this year, and they also showed at Comic-Con last year that they already have sculpts prepped for several other characters from Team Fortress 2, so keep your eye out for that. As far as the future of the Valve line, they are going to be making some more Portal figures, which will be great. Shell, Atlas, Peabody. They denied being able to make them last year, but then they turn around and said, hey, guess what, we're actually going to release them. So definitely look forward to that. Shell's going to be coming out this spring, I believe, or midsummer time, around there. But that one looks fantastic. And then they're also they've hinted at maybe doing some more Left 4 Dead figures, so we'll see. But yeah, definitely check out some of the other Valve figures from NECA. They did a great job with the Left 4 Dead and the Half-Life series, and the Portal figures look fantastic as well. So, but yeah, altogether, a lot of bang for your buck with these guys. $30 I think is a bit steep, but they come with a ton of accessories and are, quote, limited release. So you can, get these guys. I wanted to get the red variants. I thought these were the coolest in my opinion. But yeah, the blue variants are going to be coming out within several months, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But yeah, altogether, fantastic figures. Really, really pleased with these guys. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions about the figures, just leave them in the comments below. And check out some of my other reviews, including several that I've done on NECA's Valve figures that have been released within the last couple of years. So that's it. Thanks for watching.